Yeah, my fault. My fault. What's up? What's good? What's pop? What's cracking? Percolate? What's really good in the hood? What's up to the Rock With Me Nation? What's going on? What's up? What's good? What's popping? I see folks in here. I know I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. But this ain't just my office. We working on doing some bigger stuff. This ain't just my office. I didn't want to, because of the subject matter, I didn't think it would be fair. I didn't think we would get it if I did the video with just a green screen background. What's going on? I see we got Juju, my fellow devil dog, in the building. Gray's in the building. What is going on? Kamoyo King is in the building. Yes, president of the Black Panther fan group. Gray, the producer. That's what I'm calling him going forward. The producer. The producer. We got Gray in the building. Absolutely. We in here. And we see the subject matter. I'm hoping you picking up what I'm putting down, as my brother D-Real would like to say. Shout out to Valiant Renegade. They're going to play a role in today's video as well. But y'all see what I fatigue. The comics behind the movies. I think that's a great place to start. Superhero fatigue, the comics behind the movie. You know, when did superhero fatigue become a thing? Like, can we say 2023? That's when folks started saying superhero fatigue. It was the new phrase, new catchphrase, superhero fatigue. Folks are tired of. I never heard that before. And the eye test. The eye test. What's going on, KC? What's going on? Appreciate you, big dog. The eye test. Folks can tell you stuff all day. You know how they tell you when you talking to somebody that talk fast and everything like that, stop listening to them. Yeah, folks be talking. Superhero fatigue. What is that? What is superhero fatigue? I know what fatigue is. You tired. You know what fatigue is. I know what fatigue is. We all know the definition of what fatigue is. You're tired. I don't think if especially in 2024, if a female came up and said, I'm suffering from men fatigue, I don't think she got to explain that to nobody. I don't. I think she's sick and tired of men. She's sick and tired of men. That's what she just said. She gonna move accordingly. How many men you gonna see her with after she make that statement? Hey, no. Dead ass. How many men? Because 2024, we're going to tell the truth. How many times you have talked to a woman or overheard a woman say this? I'm so sick and tired of men, I'm finna start trying women. We didn't heard that. We, not O-U-I, we didn't heard that statement. If I come to Kamoyo King and I say, man, I'm suffering from fatigue, dog. He gonna be like, what? Man, I'm suffering from fatigue. He gonna like, this is what he gonna say. This is what he gonna ask. Because I said fatigue. One, we don't talk like that. But he's going to say, well, bro, what you tired of? I'm tired of eating bologna and cheese sandwiches. It could be a statement as simple as that. I'm tired of eating bologna and cheese sandwiches. My brother is going to say to me, well, why don't you stop eating them? If you're tired of them. He's not going to know I'm tired unless I tell him. Now, what's the likelihood of me continuing to eat bologna and cheese sandwiches if I say I'm tired of bologna and cheese sandwich? No. What's the likelihood of me eating bologna and cheese? You can't even offer me a bologna and cheese cracker. I don't even want bologna and cheese toast. I don't want a damn thing to do with bologna and cheese. I think it's safe to say. They keep saying superhero fatigue. The eye test. The eye test. The eye test. I'm talking to you, the person. The eye test. You went shopping lately? I say, did you go shopping lately? You go to Walmart? You go to Target? Go to the grocery store? Wherever you go. Did you see anything? And I'm not asking if you went down the toy aisle. I'm not asking if you went down the toy aisle. I'm not going to ask any question related to toys. My question to you is the eye test. The eye test. Have you went to a store anywhere in the past 2 years since they've said superhero fatigue and not seen superhero stuff? Have you seen a decrease in superhero merchandise? They say it's superhero fatigue. The eye test. The eye test. I think retail stores are still ordering superhero stuff. Merch. The eye test. The eye test. Retail stores aren't ordering superhero merch, brand new superhero merch, if it ain't selling. If folks tired of it. There's a store in the mall. I can't remember the name, but you can go in the store. I think it's a store that is in everybody's mall. I forget the name of it, but they sell superhero stuff all the time. Merch, that is. You can go on eBay right now. Amazon. It's a lot of superhero merch over there. Like the eye test. The eye test. The eye test. I ain't saying expensive. Thank you. See, that's why he the king. That's why he the king. That's why I call him the king. Watch this. And I don't have no problem doing it. Watch this. Watch this. See, watch me do this. You see me sit that crown on Komoyo King head? That's because I see the king in it. I ain't no shame in my game. It don't take nothing from me calling him a king. Now, that said, the truth. What lie did I just tell? What super? How many YouTubers review superhero content? And they popping up daily. Like, I don't want nobody thinking that's what. No. It's quite a few new folk popping up daily on social media where their main content is superhero related. I don't know if that's going on if folks tired of superheroes. The eye test. The eye test. Now, the eye test, if you paying attention, will tell you what folks are really tired of. But who you gonna believe? You gonna believe your eyes, which you get up every day like you see it. I got contacts on, but I got reading glasses too. You gonna believe your eyes, which are attached to your body, or are you gonna believe the words that are coming out of somebody else's mouth who may have an agenda to push? To ask a question, because I keep hearing folks say superhero fatigue. Stop lying to folks. That's what this video is about right here. Shout out to Valiant Renegade. If you have not went and seen the video that I just put out on social media, sharing it from Valiant Renegade, make sure you check it out. Folks don't like Disney. Folks don't like Marvel. Why? Because they not like us. 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 That's why he put out a great video. Folks not checking for Marvel Studios. Folks not checking for Marvel Studios. Folks are still checking for stuff under Marvel Entertainment. Let's provide some context here. Let's provide some clarity here, because big media don't want to do it. Say it one more time. That's why it's not coming from sources like Variety magazine. That's why stuff like this comes from folks like me, because they need you. The big media, they need your dollar. They need you to believe that it's superhero fatigue, because they need you to keep them in business. They need you not to check for, watch this. Big media needs you not to check for Urban Faith. Big media needs you not to check for Be Real with D-Real. They need you to do that because they need those movies to be made. Well, you got Batman says, he says, if you want to know who committed the crime, follow the dollar. If you want to know who had the most motivation, well, they keep telling you superhero fatigue. Look behind me. What superhero fatigue? And that's why I needed to do this in this office. What superhero fatigue? X-Men 97 just came out. They released 2 toy waves, 2 action figure waves. Why would you release 1, let alone 2, if folks are tired of superhero? Because you said it's superhero fatigue. You should have been more specific. You should have been more specific. Should have been the eye test. The eye test. This comic book, which came out yesterday, cost $3.99. That's $4. That's 4. It came out yesterday. We say superhero fatigue. That's what we say. When we talk to comic book shop store owners, is it superhero fatigue or bad writer fatigue? What are the store owners complaining about? Are they saying that fans are tired of superheroes, or are they saying that fans are tired of agendas being pushed? Are they saying that fans are tired of superheroes, or are they saying that fans are tired of specific writers? The eye test. The eye test. Forget what folks who have an agenda are telling you. You see it yourself. Let me keep the Kamoyo King. Thank you. I'm gonna keep up with these notes and everything like that. I got to put my reading glasses on. Well, I can't. I'm blind in one eye. I can't see. Y'all greeting each other. My fault for getting here late. Juju, my fellow devil dog, Gray, the producer. That's what we're gonna call him. What's up, my tribe? Kamoyo King. Everybody greeting one another. KB, thank you so much, KC. He in the building. Absolutely. Y'all go ahead. Let each other know what's going on and everything. Greet one another. Big Tim is in the building. What's going on? I got bad movie. I got bad movie fatigue. That's what that is. I'm tired of these badass damn movies. You're making me. You got me feeling some type of way. Thank you. Let's keep it 1,000. Spencer's, let me know my brother keeping me up to great. Keep me up to speed with that. Valiant, stay on their helmet. And he ain't got to push no agenda. My dog be like, no. Here you go right here. Let me give you these numbers right here from these sources you trust. You say you trust them? Okay, well, here you go. The sources you trust say folks don't like this. Now, mind you, I'm saying this, I hope we can understand this. The source that he quoting, I didn't create that source. I don't think nobody that's over that site, the source he got, I don't think they look like me. No, it's folks that's their job to do stuff like this, disqualified, that don't look like me, look like him, saying folk don't like this. Why might that be? How the House of Mouse, with all them beautiful kid stories, they do have some beautiful kid stories. I know they've been changed to make them, you know, palatable. I know. But they do. They got some nice cartoons over there. How you got all that over there and folk don't like? Oh, makes sense. Because you're taking the characters that folks fell in love with as children, and you're using them to push an agenda that you don't even believe in the agenda you push. That's why you don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm keeping with it. They decided to push agendas and focus on only women as their target audience while ruining our favorite characters in dull, boring, generic movies. Watch this. They faking. They faking like they give a damn about women. They don't give a damn about women like they don't give a damn about black folks. I'm gonna say it so we can understand it. They used women like they used black folk. They manipulated women. They did. They just got their damn money. Ain't no female that's a comic book fan got what she was looking for from the MCU yet. Ask them. Let me say it one more time. My hair getting carried away. Ain't no female that's a comic book fan got what she's looking for from the MCU yet. And they know, but see, we're not asking them. We're not asking the female comic book fan. And y'all know what I mean when I say a female comic book fan. Y'all know what I mean when I say a comic book fan. No, we're asking the female that's posing as a comic book fan. No different than we're asking a black person that's posing as a comic book fan. We're not no different. Watch this. No different than we're asking the European male that's posing as a comic book fan. We're not asking comic book fans because comic book fans are letting you know with their dollars exactly how they feel. Comic book fans still buy the merch. Comic book fans, whether they got Disney Plus subscription, Netflix subscription, comic book fans are still watching certain things because they're comic book fans. First and foremost, because these heroes originated in comics and they want to get that same feeling that they're getting from the comics. They know where to go get it. It's just not where these studios would have you think they're going to go get it. It's females out here that know comic books. They just not stupid. It's females out here that know superheroes. They just not stupid. They knew you were plagiarizing. You were trying to cater to them with Captain Marvel. But those same female comic book fans know Monica Rambeau came first. Thus, they knew the MCU was being disingenuous. It's the fans that are talking. Those same European males that aren't just going to go along with it, they were pissed about how you treated Marvel in the first Captain Marvel movie. So they know they're comic book fans. They tired of the BS. Just like black comic book fans, yes, we went to go see Black Panther. We tanked Black Panther too because we're comic book fans. We keep reading the comic books. We keep consuming the merch. Eye test. If you're on this video right now, it's safe to say you're not suffering from superhero fatigue. Why? Because what is this video about? Superheroes. This video is about superheroes. You're tuning in to consume it because you're still interested in superheroes. Now, how is it you're here but you're not there because you enjoy this content and you don't enjoy theirs. And you're able to make a conscious decision, a critical thinking decision, which is sad because you're saying to yourself, I get more better Marvel content from this guy than I get from Disney. That shouldn't even be possible. What you're taking away from it is this guy, this YouTuber is more passionate and cares more about the characters I care about, I know about, than the studio that owns them. You shouldn't be able to say that. Yet here we are. The eye test. the eye test. They're going to tell you it's superhero fatigue, and I'm going to tell you that Hasbro just released the second version of, let me make sure I get it, Christopher Priest Black Panther action figure. They just released it earlier this year. You can still go get it. They just superhero fatigue though. Superhero fatigue. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever came out fall 2022. This latest Black Panther action figure just came out fall 2023, spring or winter. Either way you want to look at it, late 2023, early 2024. They superhero fatigue, huh? Wait, they released another Namor, Savage Namor action figure. Who was checking? Anybody say they were looking for a Namor action figure? Anybody, Bueller Ferris? They released it. A Namorita action figure. These superheroes, though. It's not Indiana Jones. This ain't Star Wars. No. These superheroes. Okay, well, what's the day? Thursday. Y'all see the video I did from the comic book store? From the comic book store yesterday. Did you see that? Oh, the comic book store looked like they was doing bad. And I want to tell you, I think it's about 5 or 6 people work at that comic book store. Independent business. Did they look like they was doing bad? Looked like they were glad to see me, huh? The eye test. The eye test. I ain't got to tell you nothing. Did I not buy? Wait. They say superhero fatigue. That's what they say. They say superhero fatigue. I'm trying to figure out who tired. Who tired? And the question, the follow-up question is, what you tired of? What you? I'm gonna keep up with these notes. So yeah, they decided to push agendas and focus on only women. So, greetings, Theo. What's going on, Afro? What's going on? To, you have a point. Yep. Let's keep it going, Afro. The Kimoyo King, yes sir. Ultimate Universe, Ripperverse. Look at, but ain't Ripper doing pretty good? Ripper done dropped like 2 comics, right? Two big, thick comics, right? Got a YouTube channel. Ain't it, brother? He got folks showing up on his YouTube channel talk superhero fatigue though. And you folks can feel how they want to feel about young Ripper. They can. I don't know if he doing that if it's superhero fatigue though. I don't. And once again, that's a brother doing that. Like I ain't gonna do. what is it? Greg Burnham. Greg Burnham, right? Greg Burnham. Well, we superhero fatigue. I think Greg Burnham's still showing up at comic book convention. Comic book conventions. Did I say comic book? Comic book convention. You comic book conventions. They still have them. No disrespect. Comic book conventions were being done before there was ever a damn MCU, and they still have them. They are the comic book conventions are still being had. We saying superhero fatigue. I don't think the reason why Flashpoint didn't do well, I don't think it had anything to do with superhero fatigue. It might have everything to do with the comic book that came out, and then the animation that came out. That might have something to do with it. Because we know damn good and well the eye test. Comic book fan know damn good and well the movie had not a damn thing to do with Flashpoint. Just like comic book fans, the eye test. They knew neither Dark Phoenix movie had a damn thing to do with the comics. It's a trend here. Just like every comic book fan knew damn good and well the Eternals had nothing to do with the Eternals. Just like every damn comic book fan knew She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, had not a damn thing to do with either Savage She-Hulk or Sensational She-Hulk. Just like every damn comic book fan sat up here and knew Secret Wars had not a damn thing to do with Secret Wars. You know what they did? They just went back to their comic books. That's all they did. You miscategorized, mislabeled your damn movie. Them same fans that made you some money with Iron Man, Ed Norton's The Incredible Hulk, Captain America, the first, because you forgot about them fans. You did. You thought we didn't matter, but I'm sorry, we do. That made some money off of Thor. Those fans, you act like those fans disappeared. They did. They disappeared from the movie theater. That's what wound up happening. When you disparage the comic book fan disappeared from the movie theater. The only reason why because we're comic book fans first. The only reason why we were coming to the movies was because you made a movie about one of the comic book characters that we liked. Then you said, wait a minute, since I own, see, that's where you went wrong, bars. You felt like since you own the comic book character, you could do whatever in the hell you want. No, you cannot. You got to do what the comic book fan says. No different than you got to do what the Harry Potter fan says. No different than you got to do what the Game of Thrones fans says. You got to do that. That's what that is. What is it? The ring, the whatever ring. You got to do what they say. You catering to me. If you don't cater to me, you lose. You lose. And you keep wanting to blame it on quantity. What I've been telling you for 5+ years now is quality. I should not be getting any news from what most would consider to be credible websites that you still out here bumping your damn gums about quantity. Not when I went to the damn comic book store yesterday and spent $3.99 4 damn times. That was a damn movie ticket. The comic book fan, watch this. And I'm not making this number up when I say it. Give or take $20 a here or there. The comic books fan spends $100 a month on comics. Does that sound? And I said just comics. I ain't say nothing else. I said the comic book fan, because they go to the comic book store once a week. We spend at least $100 a month, give or take $20 on superheroes. Does that sound like anything that's suffering from superhero fatigue? Kevin, Bob, bring y'all dumbasses here and sit down. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Kevin, it's rude as hell to have your hat on indoors. Take it off. That might be why you keep getting it wrong. It ain't quantity, it's quality. Do the math. How much money would I have spent on Marvel Studios every damn month if you get it right? Do the math. How much money would I spend on Marvel Studios once a year, every year, annually? Do the math. That's one person spending $1,200 on your damn studio if you just get it right. That's me. One person in a 4-person household. $1,200. Dolo solo. The eye test. Ultimate Universe, Rippaverse, Concrete Comics, X-Men 97. No super. See, none. Self-insert comics are trash, and that's the fatigue. That's it. On the Komoyo King, absolutely. It's the egos at these studios that are the problem. Absolutely. Facts. Absolutely. What's going on? There it is, the super producer. That's the super producer. If they super producers around here, I got my own super producer, the hit maker. Great. Then you have snarky responses when fan complaint, right? Because watch this. Marvel Entertainment. You can listen to Lupita Nyong'o, but Lupita Nyong'o ain't done for you what I done did for you, what Komoyo done did for you, what Afro. She ain't done that. You listening to the wrong person. Listening to her. Listening to any of them. Because they ain't done for you what I and quite a few others, no, not few, so many others have done for you. I don't know why you keep checking for her. You need to check for us. You're looking at the wrong person. Juju Fat, comic book fans are the foundation, the cornerstone, the foundation, the pillars that support Marvel Studios. I'm going to say it like Deion Sanders said it when he went to go play for the San Francisco 49ers and he was coming back to Atlanta and him and Andre Rison got into it. Listen, I'm a comic book fan and I'm going to speak on behalf of all the comic book fans. Marvel Studios, DC, I said it before, I say it again. This is our house. This is our house. We built this house, this our house, and it will always be our house, regardless of who you talk to. So you would do well to remember that and stop getting beside yourself, because we're not going nowhere. And do you know why we're not going nowhere? Comics coming out again next Tuesday, next Wednesday. You know what we're gonna do next Tuesday, next Wednesday? Go to the comic book store. And you know what we're going to do next Tuesday and Wednesday? Spend enough money that equates to another damn movie ticket. So you mean to tell me in the month, watch this, This one the eye test. So it's safe to say that in any given month, a superhero fan, in any given month, a superhero movie will be coming out from either Marvel Studios or Warner Brothers, DC. A superhero fan on any given month would rather go to the comic book store and basically buy a ticket to the comic book store that features superheroes 4 to 5 times a month, then go to the movie theater and spend that same money one time. How much is a movie ticket? How much money you spend at the comic book store when you go on average? And how many times do you go to the comic book store a month on average? Imagine if that money was rolling over to the studio. Would they still be talking about superhero fatigue? If comic book fans were spending the amount of money they spent on comic books with the studios that put out the superhero movies, would they be talking about superhero fatigue? Appreciate you, Tote. Appreciate you. They released those figures to cope with the disappointment of Phase 4. The Hattutsuraze and Naima McKenzie are proof of that. Did we not reward them? Did we not reward them? Because they nobody released. Didn't know. They not like us. 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 Who they released these 2 action figures for? Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Who they released these 2 action figures for? T'Challa wasn't in the movie. And they said Nakia is a Hattutsuraze. Well, comic book fans know better. Comic book fans know T'Challa's not gone. Comic book fans know the reference of this specific Black Panther look. Comic book fans know that. Comic book fans know who this represents in Black Panther comic book lore. So who was this for in regards to the movie being released? It was for the comic book fan. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Well, hold on. What have comic book fans been saying for the longest damn time now? At the very least, since Mosi dropped. What we been saying? Where's Mosi? Y'all talk about all this other stuff. Y'all making up art. No, damn all that. Where's Mosi? I don't know how this file got out. Give me 1 second. Come in. I'm back. I'm back. But who is this for? Who that for? Who is this for? This for the comic book fan. Well, damn. How long we been asking for Mosi? Or there's a file available with Mosi now. Well, that's not for the movie fan. That's not for the movie fan. It's not. No, that's for the comic book fan. Okay. Well, safe to say the comic book fan not tired of having representation. of their favorite comic book characters? No, because I just bought this. Mr. Smith bought it. D-Real bought it. Where's the fatigue? I'm gonna keep up with the notes. Frame that, post my grill. You know I will. You know I will. They need to make a Queen Ramunda action figure, bro. We starved. All I can say is we have been asking for Mosi for 2 years. It happened. Somebody came up with it. So just keep putting that out there in the ether. That's what we want. Queen Ramunda action figure. We've been saying we over here with the Rock With Me Nation. We've been asking for Angela Bassett, Queen Mother Ramunda action figure since the first Black Panther movie. Cause we got Bushinga with no problem. No head sculpt, no alternate head sculpt. But yeah, if we could do that, and once again, we need Angela Bassett. Do not do the same thing you did with Tiana Paris. Do not give us no basic action figure that's Angela Bassett. There's nothing basic about that queen. Don't do that. Do action figure, 2 different head sculpts, gray locks, and then one with her crown. 2 different head sculpts. Get that head, get that scan, that face scan right. You get it right, we gonna buy it. I'm gonna review the damn action figure. I'm gonna promote the damn action. I'm gonna tell everybody that I'm gonna do my best to encourage everybody, their mama, to go buy that. But why would I do that if I'm suffering from fatigue? Why would K Civic even be talking about Queen Mother Ramunda as an action figure if he's suffering from fatigue? I don't. And I know some folks feel like, oh man, you just like Black Panther. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm trying to figure out, because I just did this year. So I think it's safe to say, I mean, I know I talk a lot about T'Challa, but superhero fatigue. Well, I didn't pop this up quite a few times too, so I don't want nobody thinking. Oh, so you know, folk might feel like, you playing favorites. No, you said superhero. Damn, this just came. T'Challa not in this. T'Challa not in this. It came out yesterday. Folks are out here making it do what it do. Yeah, absolutely. K Civic, there's a doll, but she is like $40 and hard to find. We're going to see what we can do about that one. Hey, Kamoyo, send me that link. Send me that link. There are Ramunda Funkos. Which I don't know how we did that. I don't unless Miss Bassett is charging an arm and a leg for her facial scan. I don't know how we got the Funko Pops, but we don't have an action figure. But then again, let's be talking about, oh, Disney. Do you have Midnight Angel action figures? We say they getting behind women. Well, the Midnight Angels were featured. They did the costume. Beautiful job, by the way, with the costume design for the Midnight Angels. That was for the comic book fan. Because the regular fan, you don't give 2 damns about the Midnight Angels. You don't. They didn't do that for you. Because they didn't even put out no action figure. If they'd have thought you was checking for the Midnight Angels, you would have Midnight Angel representation. If you think they was checking for females, they thought that much about females, just like they released Okoye, Nakia, and Shorty on the girls' doll aisle, they'd have made sure they had Midnight Angels on the girls' doll aisle. They'd have made sure Riri Williams, who is supposed to cater to our daughters, young daughters, right? Black imagery, they'd have had that on the girl toy aisle, doll aisle. No. No. Riri Williams was on the boys' toy aisle. You taking your daughter over there? Did you think to take your daughter over there? Would you feel some type of way about taking your daughter over there? All those not questions for me to ask, for answer. I ain't got to answer none of them questions. I got Riri Williams. The first version from the comics. From the comics. And I didn't need Marvel Studios to tell me as a black man that representing black women, black girls was important. I didn't need them to tell me that. I didn't. When I saw Riri Williams pop up in the comic books as a comic book fan, I was like, "Ooh, that's all right. I'm gonna have to get that when she dropped." She dropped action figure, daddy, daughter, daddy, 4 of them, granddaughter. Oh, Riri Williams. Way before Marvel Studios says, for no damn reason whatsoever, we're gonna put her in Black Panther 2, only for them to come out years later and basically do what they really ain't have no choice to, because Riri don't make no damn sense in Wakanda. And every comic book fan knew it. Well, they don't know how to spin the narrative for it in regards to Riri Williams because they don't read comics. They picked up not one damn Riri Williams comic to know how Ironheart is supposed to play out. No, they want her in Wakanda. There is no Wakanda story with Riri Williams. And every comic book fan knows it. You want to put her in Wakanda. You know the comic book fan not checking for it. You don't read comics, so you don't know how to spin her story forward. So Riri Williams disappears. Meanwhile, at the comic book store. What's going on, Miss Kent? What's going on? Marvel Studios is bringing Ryan Coogler. That's showing they haven't been listening to fans. Ain't my money. I bought X-Men content this year. I spent quite a, watch this. Before the X-Men ever put out an X-Men movie, I want to say I didn't see the X-Men spent movie money on X-Men since Marvel bought the rights to them. I probably went to go see about 10 X-Men movies. And that's the eye test. Every comic book fan, if you're a comic book fan, and as soon as they introduce the Rise of X, the Krakoan Age, and you've been following the Krakoan Age from the beginning till now, how many X-Men movies have you went to go see? As in, how many times have you spent movie money on the X-Men since then? How many comics have you spent money on? How much money have you spent on the X-Men? It's over 100. It's over 100. Could the MCU not have used your money? But you suffer from superhero fatigue. I'm willing to bet not only did you support, I don't know how many titles from the Krakoan era, you probably went and bought action figures. One action figure is one movie ticket. Tell me where the lie at. One brand new Marvel Legend, $24.99 is a movie ticket. Now, from the Black Panther wave that gave us the Christopher Priest version, let me see. I bought T'Challa, $24.99. I bought Namorita, $24.99. I bought Justice, $24.99. That's 3 tickets. At one time. That's me taking my wife and one of our daughters to the movie theater. One time. Superhero fatigue. Superhero fatigue. I went to comic book store today. I left out with $30 paying comic book. That's a ticket. Miss Kent just went and spent, she went, bought a movie ticket, and got a small drink. Superhero fatigue. Oh, wait, that's a woman. Without targeting her, the comic book store, without pushing an agenda to her, she's a black woman, without pushing an agenda to the black woman, without doing any of that, the black woman walked in and spent, basically, she bought a ticket and bought a small drink or got a small thing of popcorn, because that's all she getting with $5. It's either or. She ain't get both. That's what she did. And this what Wednesday, that was the first Wednesday of the month. I'm gonna be honest with you. Miss May Kent probably going back again before the month of May over with. What superhero fatigue? That's the eye test. That's the eye test. Every time you log in on YouTube, whether you checking for me, checking for my brother D Real, checking for Ernie, Blurred Without Fear, checking for Comic Books Explained, checking for Kaiser Coach Slevin, regardless of who you checking with, it's because of the superhero content we provide. Okay. It's because of the superhero content. Well, if you tired of superhero content, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. So everybody say Feige sucks. He don't believe that, and he's never gonna get any better until he believe that. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep stepping on his head till he stops saying quantity. When he say quality, that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, they finally get it. But because it don't matter how many movies you release, you can release one movie a year. If it suck, it suck. That don't help. Now ship this way. Kamoyo feels like Kendrick won. So yeah. So I'd rather have Monica Lynn than Nakia. And guess where Miss May can go find Monica Lynn at? Whenever she want to. Whenever she want to. Whenever she want to. And she ain't gotta wait for, she ain't got to wait on MCU. And she ain't gotta pay them $25 when they gonna get it wrong. Monica Lynn is in every comic book store. And every Black Panther fan knows it. Monica Lynn is on Marvel Unlimited. And every Black Panther, $9.99. That's $10. You got to go to the matinee to get in to see Monica Lynn. And then we ain't even got badges. So if they ain't giving you badges, you know damn good well you ain't gonna get Monica Lynn. But at the comic book store and on the app, we get Monica Lynn, Bass, Nakia, Okoye, Io, Nakia. Queen Mother Ramunda, Nahanda, Turkana. We get all the women. Malice. For $9.99 a month. Black Panther. Oh, I got my fill of black women. I can't go wrong. And then if I just want to, I got Karama Horn. Dr. Eve Ewan. Roxanne Gay. I got black women writers, authors that if I want to feel them to get their contributions, because I'm not gonna get it in the MCU. And every comic book fan knows it. So if I want to read anything, if I want to get anything that Roxanne Gay has to say, I got to go to the comics. Ta-Nehisi Coates, comics. Reginald Hudlin. And mind you, they care. I can't tell you the studio cares. You know who knows the studio cares? Regardless of the character. Regardless of ethnicity, gender identification, it's the comic book thing. Where you going, friend? To the LCS? Now shop this way. And have fun with it. Yeah, watch this. Y'all over here. Have y'all got this much superhero content from Marvel Studios, that is? Do you want to know about your favorite superhero? Do you wait on Marvel Studios to give it to you? Or do you go somewhere else to get it? You want a t-shirt with your favorite superhero on it? Because we do. You waiting on Marvel Studios to give it to you? Or you just go to Walmart, Target, Spencer's, eBay, Amazon, and order it. Because it's right there. Did they say superhero? I just got a damn mug this year. How y'all still making damn Black Panther mugs, but we tired? That's good. You know, the eye test. The eye test. The eye test. Facts, Miss Kent, we need Monica Lynn. Absolutely. Mosi is in Marvel Strike Force. Video game, I ain't gonna. That's all I got, brother. Maybe if they put Queen Mother Ramona in Marvel Strike Force, we might be able to get some digital renderings of her, so we can go ahead and get that action figure. Madam Slay action figure. I'm still working on that, by the way. Like I ain't, like you said something with the Madam Slay action figure, so I don't want you to think, Miss Kent, I ain't no. I'm called it's the leopard print. I'm trying to figure something out here. Stay with me. Stay with me. King Sigma, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me hold her. Let me hold her. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I wish. I wish. I wish. What's going on? What's going on, Magic Blade? What's going on? Your ring collection is fly. You are a true comic book fan. That's what I be trying to tell. It's like, but once again, and I appreciate that, this is on eBay. It's on eBay. And it don't just come in this variation. I just prefer them like that. But how in the hell if we suffer from superhero fatigue? This set been on eBay. Like it ain't just come out. No. This been on eBay. So it ain't the only one. It ain't the only one. It ain't. But why is it on eBay if folks ain't checking for it? I don't think we being I don't think we keeping it 1,000 with the superhero fan, and I don't think we keeping it 1,000 with the studio, and the studio ain't gonna get no better as long as folks keep lying to them. And until these credible sites, these more popular sites, Entertainment Weekly, Variety Magazine, Rock and Soul, Esquire, People. I would love to say us, because I know y'all like Theo. You left out Jet. I did. I know y'all like Theo. You left out Ebony. I did. I know I left out the Black periodicals. And do you know why? Because the Black periodicals told us as Black people to be satisfied with it. The Black periodical never interviewed a Black comic book fan. No, the Black periodical just chose to keep talking to people, interviewing people, giving people a space to talk who were capping for the comic book company. We can say that about the Black radio shows. Ain't no Black radio show yet, no Black person, celebrity, entertainer, artist that has their own nationally syndicated radio show. Ain't nan one of them talked yet to a Black comic book fan. No, they've talked to Black entertainers. They've talked to Black social activists. They've talked to Black political figures, but they ain't talked to no Black comic book fan. And that's why stuff is the way it is, and that's why that narrative can keep getting pushed. Now, King, my brother, as they say, no, my brother, you have got to get your own. You got to get your own. Appreciate it. What's going on? We in here. Yeah, man. That's how I learned how to read. That's how I learned how to read. Somebody sat a comic book down and say, you see them pictures? Yeah. Read them words. You're not going to tell me what's going on in the picture? No. So but I like this. Can you tell? No, you're going to have to read it. The rest is history. Superhero fatigue is a real thing, Theo, Captain Theo. Oh, Lord. Hey, superhero fatigue. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. My time to shine. Hello, just did this post asking if Marvel should have recast T'Challa or not. The recast, have it in the comments and quotes. It right there. The eye test. The eye test. Somebody said, I did a movie without a leading actor. I don't know how anybody was able to say that. And folks just, yeah, yes, I do. Because folks went along with the whole iconic thing. So, what's going on? RC is poorly written superhero fatigue. It ain't. If the comic books, if I just went, Miss Kent says she just went yesterday. I don't know. Nobody went to the comic book store yesterday talking about they suffer from superhero fatigue. My name is RC Fresh. I'm not sure I agree. My work colleagues and what ain't folks over here checking for the for what name? Invincible. That's a superhero. It's on Amazon. Watch this. Superhero fatigue. Netflix bought all the damn rights to it. You can watch Justice League on Netflix. It ain't over there on Max like that no more. You go right on over there and get that. Superhero fatigue. Ain't folks looking for the next season of My Hero Academia? Ain't folks trying to figure out what's going on with One Punch Man season 3? I don't know anybody asking for that stuff. I think folks tired of the beat. What he just said. Poorly written. Yeah. They no longer like it because the stories are awful. They are not comic. That's the thing. And once again, I got to give a shout out to Valiant because he didn't say folks had an issue with the comic book stores. Folks don't like Disney. Well, how folks don't like you? Because I grew up watching you. I remember every Sunday, whether it was ABC or NBC, tuning in to watch some Disney stuff. So I think we overcooking it. So how we get to the point where them same kids that fell in love with Disney. Because we'll forget it if we're not talking to people. We'll take stuff for granted. No, Sunday night was family night. You had your Sunday dinner. The family would come together and watch Disney programming. It came on at 7. It came on an hour before normal programming did. It came on at 7. And that was family time. It's crazy that those same children who are now adults are upset with the company they fell in love with as kids. MICKEYMOUSE. Yes, I was a Mouseketeer and proud of it. Well, I'm not the only person that was a Mouseketeer fan that's upset with Disney right now. And that shouldn't even be possible. Seldom do we get great movies anymore, superhero movies, other. That ain't super, but the comics though. And RC, what I'm saying is this: if it's superhero fatigue, you're not checking for anything superhero related, right? Just if I say I'm tired of locks. Oh wait, no, I do it like this. Because as guys, I think sometimes we got to say stuff for us to lock in. If I say I'm sick and tired of BBLs. If you show me a female that I think has a BBL, what's going to be my likely comment? I go one better. Right now, with the rap beef that's going on between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, if somebody says right now, I'm sick and tired of Drake, if you mention Drake or play a Drake song or a song that happens to have Drake in it, is that person really going to be applauding the damn song, or they going to be like, man, I'm sick of this? They lying about the superhero fatigue. That's what I'm saying. Juju Rose, that's 2 movie tickets. Yes, it is. Afro, will you recommend them be watched? No, but that's not superhero fatigue. And that's the thing. It costs $100 for me and my family to go to the movies. We haven't seen a Marvel film in theaters since Infinity War. Do the math. And I can tell you that I know for a fact that Gray and his family have spent money on superheroes since then. They just think that it just wasn't at the movie theater. Think about that. He didn't spend money on superheroes. It just wasn't at the movie theater. Well, you can't say folks have superhero fatigue if they're still spending money on superheroes. No, you better be more specific so that the company can get caught in that lie and hopefully have a revelation to start giving people better movies and stop blaming it on the number of movies. Because watch this. Once upon a time, the number of movies we was getting from Marvel didn't matter. Why it matter now? No. Stay right there. Once upon a time, it didn't matter how many movies they dropped. We were still checking for them. What changed? I see the departure from source material hurts the product. It does. I spent, boy, look, $200 a month on superheroes. Mind you, that's a huge New York Yankee fan, and that's a huge New York Ranger fan. So he got his money allocated. He does. He does. He spent $200 on superheroes, just not at the movie theater. Marvel, do the math. If we're doing it, if we're gonna say he spent $200 a month on superheroes, that's $2,400. One person. Superheroes. That's not superhero fatigue. That's not, and we need to start calling people when they start telling that lie. I went to the movie theater and saw the latest Thor film, Love and Thunder. I think it was called, and I looked Theo in chat. I was very, very underwhelmed. The first 2 Thor films I could see. But now watch this. They're doing a bang up job in Avengers right now. And I got a Thor action figure. Right? So, and watch this. I'm a Black Panther fan. Bass was in there that damn long. So there was nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, for me as someone who has a Thor action figure, grew up reading Thor comic books from Beta Ray Bill to when he, because I'm low key thinking about giving me a Thunderstrike action figure. I am, but I low key like Eric Masterson, and I know what folks want to say about that action figure 2-pack and everything that came out, but I look at that Thor and I don't believe that's Thor, not Odin's son. I believe that's Eric Masterson. So you take from it what you will, but me sitting up here thinking about, okay, well, that's Eric Masterson. I think I want me a Thunderstrike action figure because I like the look. For me to be even thinking like that, I cannot be suffering from superhero fatigue. The fact that that's even a thought, I can't be. The fact that I don't want to go see them BS ass movies, oh, that means I'm sick and tired of BS ass movies. That's the fatigue. I'm sick and tired. I'm suffering from sorry ass superhero movies. Somebody want to tell me what I'm suffering from. That's what I'm suffering from. I'm suffering from your lame ass movies. That's what that is. Feige lost the vision at putting out quality comic book movies. When you say he lost the vision, I got more questions than answers. Because see, to say he lost the vision means at one point in time he had the vision. Now, I'm not saying he didn't have the vision, but when I look at what he said he did not come into comics until his teenage years. He's a Star Wars fan and he's an Indiana Jones fan. Those are his words. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me say that. There's nothing wrong with that. But he had no problem earlier on working with people. If his vision was what it was, that I want to get a united cinematic universe. That can be your vision. It doesn't mean you know how to get it done. You just know that's what you want. Well, the eye test. Jon Favreau is a comic book fan. That's the eye test. We saw that. We went and he checked off all the boxes for comic book fans. No different than with Captain America, the First Adventure, because I was concerned about that because it was a period piece. In period pieces, they tend to not do well with the current audience. Well, they made sure enough boxes were checked off for the comic book fans. The Human Torch android, that was the comic book fan. Gabe, even being in, because Derek Luke playing that role did not have to be in. He showed up. That was a nod to the comic book fans because we're going to be checking. You got it. Somewhere along the line, it stopped being about the fans, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it started becoming about Kevin Feige. No differently than it stopped being about the Dallas Cowboys and it started being about Jerry Jones. That's what we saw. And we're not going to take any accountability for it. Because what are we looking at with the Dallas Cowboys? Get a coach that knows what he's doing. Stop hiring mouthpieces. I feel bad for Dallas Cowboy fans because I'm like, well, damn, I know what you're going through and I know why you're going through it. Because he don't want to hire somebody that knows what they're doing because he wants all the damn credit himself. Well, damn, how long have the Dallas Cowboys mired in mediocrity since that's what it was about? That's what it is with him. And he keeps hiring people that want to be. Nate Moore wants it to be about him. Not about the fans. Not about the superheroes. See, the superheroes are supposed to be the rock stars. It's not supposed to be the director. It's not supposed to be the executive because we're not checking for them. We're checking for the superhero and we're checking for the portrayal of the superhero. That's why we like the job that Robert Downey Jr. did with Tony Stark. That's why we like the job that Chris Evans did with Steve Rogers. Low key, that's why we appreciate the job that Sebastian Stan did with Bucky Barnes. That's why we can appreciate the job that Chadwick Boseman did with T'Challa. The job. The job. The job of playing the role of the comic book character. The comic book character. The comic book character. Because I don't know why we got to keep saying it. It's the comic book character. It ain't the movie character. This character don't originate in the movies. These characters now originating on the small screen, the big screen. No, these characters originate in the comics. And if I'm still living, I am, knock on wood, it's folks older than me that was reading comics before it was called Marvel. Before it was called DC. They comic book fans. They mad. They not suffering from superhero fatigue. They suffering from bad writing fatigue, bad portrayal fatigue, agenda fatigue. That's what they suffer from. That's what we suffer from. That's what I'm suffering from. But I'm not suffering from superhero fatigue. Oh no. I ain't suffering from superhero fatigue. That's not what that is. Thor: Love and Thunder was awful. It was a cash grab that failed. And it was going in the wrong direction. Soon as superhero fans saw Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. Not because Christian Bale did a bad job. It was how he looked. Because comic book fans couldn't understand how you can get all these other damn versions right, but you taking a dump. You pissed off some Thor fans. Just for Hasbro to come back later on and give folks an accurate looking Gore the God Butcher action figure. So y'all not even working together on that one. So Christian Bale looked like that based on an executive decision. And because Hasbro had to support that wave, they had to put that action figure out. But to show that it wasn't their call, they put out the comic book version of the action figure, which comic book fans jumped on. Because if you're going to find a Gore the God Butcher action figure, it ain't the comic book version. No, you will find the MCU version at Ollie's. Not to be confused with superhero fatigue. Great. I saved a bunch of money by switching. Bro, you keep me rolling. Bring back Reggie. Watch this. Gotta pay him though, don't you? And that might be the problem. Maybe the reason why they keep hiring folks that don't know anything about the comics, because you gotta pay them. And you don't want to hire them because if you do hire them, you can't take credit for the movie when it blows up. Not if. You can't take credit for the movie when it blows up. You just got to go sit in the corner. You want to take credit for it. Well, take credit for the failings. Take credit for the failures. Take credit for the disappointments. Stop blaming it on superhero fatigue. My name is RC. I don't watch them myself. They have been recommended to me by comic book fans who like the shows. I don't see it right there. Flash by Night, what's going on, big dog? I went to the store today and got. That's why I be just wanting us to keep it a buck. That's why I be just superhero fatigue. My dog literally got a channel called Flash by. My dog literally reviews comic books. He does. My dog say he went to the comic book store today and spent some money on some superheroes. That's not superhero fatigue. Y'all better stop listening to them people. Also, good afternoon. Yeah, what's going on, big dog? What's going on? We in here. BBLD. As I said, if you want to know who Kamoyo think won the rap beat, it's safe to say it's Kendrick. In the beginning. But who was we giving credit to? Jon Favreau. And what was we saying? Comic book fan. What was he saying? He didn't say he was no science fiction fan. He didn't say he was no adventure fan. He didn't say nothing like that. No, my dog let you, man, I've been reading comics. Man, I love me some comics. Well, he said it. That was the mouthpiece. You actually saw it with the eye test. You saw it play out. Oh, damn. You do like comics, don't you? Well, the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers say they like comics. They read comics. Well, that was the mouthpiece. You saw the movie just like I did, and you sat back like this. They read comics. Let me give you the comparison. Komoyo gonna fall out laughing. If you've been rocking with me, long as I've been rocking with you, long as I've been rocking with you, long as you've been rocking with me, we all finna have a good laugh. I'm going to the movie theater. I ain't dressed up. I ain't got to. I'm a fan. Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman. I done seen him. Get on up. 42. Guys from Egypt. I ain't seen Message from the King yet. I'm just being honest with you. I done seen Draft Day. I'm going in. I got high expectations. I'm a Black Panther fan. I'm excited. I see a whole bunch of us in the movie theater. I might be feeling some type of way because I'm like, maybe I should have dressed up. I don't know. The movie barely started. Barely. I'm looking at a dude talking to another dude. I'm watching the movie. And he said, hey, man, we're going to pull up over here and then we're going to do that. Have you hollered at the board? Yeah. Well, let's make sure we got the straps. I'm like, okay. All right. Then I see this ship. Okay. All right. They get the music playing in the background, the jungle music and everything like that. And then we get a knock at the door. Then he go to the door, short dude. He go to the door. He's like, I don't know. It's two Grace Jones looking chicks. Should we let them in? They like, they better not have to knock again. He let them in. The girls come in. The women, sisters, chocolate, regal, strong. I ain't gonna lie. It low-key did something for my libido, but hey, we ain't talking about that. They tap the thing, doom. Boy, come in. Right there. I'm like, oh. Now, I'm a comic book fan. Ain't nobody got to tell me nothing at this point in time. I know that's T'Chaka. I just don't know who these other two dudes are. I don't. These dudes say Njobu. Who the is Njobu? What? No. Because Jor-El name is Jor-El. Jor-El name is Jor-El. That ain't never been, that dude kept coming from Krypton. He kept coming from Krypton. Okay, well, Martha and Thomas. That's where I'm at with it. Martha and Thomas. They always walking out the wrong damn exit door. They always in that damn alley. Them pearls always laying on the damn ground. I'm sitting up here like this. Because I was willing to look the other way with Age of Ultron. Claw get his arm chopped off, I'm willing to look the other way. The fact that it's the wrong arm, because it should be, I'm willing to look the other way. I was willing to look the other way when he let Zemo off. I'm a Black Panther fan. I'm willing to look the other way for moderation, for update, for the sake of the story. I'm willing to look the other way. When did Captain America Civil War come? No, damn that. When did Age of Ultron come out? So as a superhero fan, I see you taking liberties with a superhero that for 2 movies I chose to look the other way. There you are. Ain't Alfred been Alfred? Ain't Jimmy Olsen been Jimmy Olsen? Lana Lang, right? Right. We're not taking no liberties with nobody else's story. Oh, I get it. Yeah. But Daredevil, that's Daredevil. Yeah, I know the first Kingpin was a brother, but he was still named the Kingpin, was he not? Was that origin story still what it was? I ain't even got comfortable in my seat yet. And you didn't already effed over my character to a point. It was difficult for me to enjoy the movie past that point. As a Black Panther fan who read Reginald Hudlin's run, who read Jonathan Mayberry's run, who read those stories, it was difficult, regardless of what transpired in the movie after that. It was difficult for me to sit there and still be entertained by that movie when a Black executive and a Black director did something, as far as I'm concerned, they had no business doing. You turned a character, but you created a character, got rid of a character just to promote Black on Black crime, just to promote Black divisiveness. On whose order, I don't know, but I've never seen it done before with any other fictional character. Sad part about it is, it ain't enough folks like myself that's gonna get not credit, not recognition. It's not enough people that look like me, that say that are going to be acknowledged for that being what it is. No different than when Kendrick said Drake should not be using the N-word. That should have never played out in that damn movie, and every comic book fan knows it. Mind you, Feige put that superhero fatigue out there no differently than he put that iconic idea out there. Just like he told you, Chet. Yep, sure did. What's going on, D. Steve's the Rock with me Nation moderators in the building. Feige put the idea in your head and you do the rest. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You hit the ball out the park with that one. Come on, yo. That's it. Everybody, things started falling apart when Feige got no checks and balances. Full-blown ego, and I'm not going to surround myself with people that want to see me succeed. See, there's a difference between people that want to see you succeed and people that just want to be around you. You got a whole bunch of yes men around you. You don't have nobody around you telling you that might not be a good idea. You got people feeding you what they want to feed you. Well, the numbers keep showing what they're going to show. And folks might be like, well, Theo, you keep bashing them. I can't. No, I'm just telling the truth. I can't say the company suck if the company don't suck, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say the company is putting out bad product if the company ain't putting out bad product. That's the company doing that. And if you're a fan of the company, you might want to go holler at the company and stop kissing the company's butt and be like, hey, tighten up. Give the company some constructive feedback as opposed to just saying, oh yeah, whatever you say, boss, that's what that is. Correction, he lost quality. He lost quality, promote woke, correction, he lost quality, promote the woke agenda. And that is the other thing. We don't do a good job with the word woke. I'm just gonna say that. Something we talked about on this channel ad nauseum. I get offended when folks use the word woke and don't apply it properly. Disney is not a woke company. For Disney to be a woke company, they would need to be focusing on Black issues, i.e. disrupting Black issues or enhancing, removing Black issues. See, for Disney to be a woke entity, they would have to be primarily about Black, uplifting Black women, Black men, Black members of the LGBTQ+. They would have Black children. They would have to be about that. Woke has nothing to do with anything else outside of black. And I'm sorry, but we as black people know it. We as black people need to stop using it like that. We as black people, I said we're taking black back in 2024. We as black people need to stop applying that word in ways it doesn't apply our damn self. And then watch this, gatekeep it. Gatekeep the word woke. It ain't for the LGBTQ plus unless they black. It ain't for women unless they black. It ain't for the underprivileged unless they black. It ain't for the homeless unless they black. It ain't for kids unless they black. It ain't for men unless they black. It ain't for veterans unless they black. You know it. I know it. It's our word. We created it. We cultivated it. It became popular because of us using it in our culture. Then we come around and we let other people, watch this, misappropriate. Well, once we let them misappropriate what woke means, it takes strength from the word woke. It dilutes the word woke. It takes significance from the word woke. Because now you got it tied up into agendas. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Clutches my cowboy pearl. Bro, I be feeling, because I be like this. If he would just hire a coach. I can't say y'all ain't had talent over there. If he would just hire a coach. And I think it's safe to say, me and you, both being football fans, I don't think you wanted Mike McCarthy. Watch this. You take Mike Tomlin in a heartbeat, but Jimmy would never hire him. Since 1996, there it is. Ego, ego, ego. That's all it is. It's low quality, mid quality at best, fatigue, and definitely not a quantity issue. Not at all. It's definitely not a quantity issue. I think it's safe to say, as comic book fans, if we can't agree on anything else, we can agree it's not a quantity issue. Quantity ain't got nothing to do with the issues you got over at Marvel Studios. I think success of Guardians of the Galaxy led to the MCU downfall. It wasn't very cosmic accurate, but very successful. I think that would have been, I don't want to say the low-hanging fruit, but I think the only person that would have gotten misled, fooled by the success of the Guardians of the Galaxy would have been somebody that's not a comic book fan. I think that's what that would be. Theo, I'm definitely a fan of superhero movies, but these days you ain't say nothing wrong. you ain't say nothing wrong. Watch this. It ain't by association. Because we're comic book fans, we're supposed to want to enjoy the portrayal of the comic book character on either the small screen or the big screen. We want to see those entities. Disney, we want to see them succeed. That's the whole thing. Folks think we don't want to see you, because if you fail, that means you're getting it wrong. We don't want you getting it wrong. We want you getting it right. That's all. I think that's the biggest misnomer out there, is that people, because I know people like, well, he's just a critic. No. Constructive. As in, I give ways for them to succeed. I don't just tell them they suck, because anybody can do that. That's trolling. That's trolling. No. We don't do that here. I give constructive criticism. I give advice, solutions. At the very least, I offer it. I ain't gonna act like they're not listening to it. They're just not gonna let me know. So, but no, we want to see it. Like, I ain't finna sit up here and act like, as a Black Panther fan, I don't want to see Wakanda on the big screen. I ain't gonna act like that. I'm just not gonna let you put up no BS ass representation or what I got in the comic books on the big screen. I'm gonna push back on that all damn day long, just like this. Ain't no way in hell I'd let you misrepresent Bruce Wayne on the big screen. Now, if I can say I'm not gonna let you misrepresent, and that costume do look sorry as hell. What? Yeah, that ain't my fight, but that Superman costume do look lame as hell. It does. It look weak as water. Folks got a right to be upset if that. I don't know who looked at that damn picture and said that's what we putting out on social media, but whoever looked at it and looked at it again should be like, no, we're not putting that out. But folks will agree when I say that, though. But I'm with you. Hey, Grandmadam, my other elder. What's going on, Grandmadam? Our beloved yes, our beloved Grandmadam. She in the building. Y'all show some love. That's a timely reference. Pun intended. You were right about the content from the. Yeah, that's what we want. That was no Gore at all. He did not want to put on the make of Gore. I wouldn't hire his ass. I like Christian Bale. But if I'm the dude running Marvel Studios, I'm not. I know what the comic book fan checking for. Should. You looking for Gore. You are. You read the comics. You did. My makeup artist can't get, because I'm asking my makeup artist before, can you give me that look, that aesthetic look on a person? Yeah, okay. Ain't no such thing as he too good to look like the character. No, you're not. You're a critically acclaimed actor, but this ain't got a damn thing to do with Shakespeare. That would have been my talking point. This ain't got a damn thing to do with Shakespeare. It don't. This ain't got a damn thing to do with Edgar Allan Poe. No, this Jack Kirby, this Stan Lee. I'm trying to put some money in your pocket. You either gonna wear this or I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. Now, did you not see what I did with Chris Hemsworth? You know the dude that came over from Star Trek? He wasn't in that movie long. You saw what I did with him. Okay. Did you see what I did with Chris Pratt? Did you see what I did with him? Yeah. Okay. When the last time you made a movie? No. When the last time you made a movie? Okay. So you saw what I did with Robert Downey Jr.? You saw what I did with Chris Evans. You either gonna wear this damn makeup or I'm gonna get me somebody else. It would have been just that damn simple to me. It would have been just that damn simple. Because what we looking for as a comic book fan, are you checking for Christian Bale or are you checking for Gore? Because the non-comic book fan does not know and does not care. You the comic book fan. Was you checking for Christian Bale or were you checking for the character Christian Bale was playing? Speaking of superheroes and comics, check out Flash by Night comic. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. My brother be doing it different over there. You like Transformers? You like stuff like that? And he has a TikTok as well. I believe he does have an Instagram. Definitely does have a Twitter. Definitely does have a YouTube. We all about sharing. If you know what's growing, sharing is caring. Yes, so y'all make sure y'all go check. Good call on that. That's the super. That's the model. That's the moderator. That's the moderator in the building calling it out. We got everybody got a job. Everybody got a job. Thanks for that. Thank you so much for that, Stephen. It's the character, the actor's interpretation and portrayal of the character, and the director's vision of the characters and how faithful they are to the source material that entices fans to see it. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Great. That's the producer. That's the super producer. Great. That's him. Soul Star sketching art. It's a strong collective feeling that after Endgame came out, that felt like the definitive end to the MCU. But then they just kept going in a very right. And I believe that's because prior to Infinity War, prior to Endgame, they didn't have a clear-cut direction they were going in. One of the things that myself and people that have written books have talked about, even when we be reviewing comic books, you look at the hero's journey, you look at the call to action. Hero got to go through something. Well, let's look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe is as one giant superhero per se. So you would have said that the Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet per se, the pursuit of it would have been the call to action. Okay, so now the hero is down. Quite a few heroes, cinematically speaking, lost their lives, went through a difficult trial period. So this is when you will have the MCU finding itself to come back and overcome, learning lessons from a defeat, if you will, and triumph over the big bad at the end. One, you got to be a writer. And these are in no certain orders. Two, you got to know what you're writing about. What are you writing about? What are you writing about? That's a question. Any writer, any author, you taking on a project, characters, every character has a distinctive personality. Okay, how are we telling this? Are we telling this story through this character's eyes? Are we telling that character through that story, through this character's eyes? Now that's tricky in and of itself. If these are original characters, if they aren't original characters, i.e., they already have established fan bases, then you got to hear that characters' words, their mind in your own brain. That means you got to be as a writer. This is what Shuri sounds like. This is what T'Challa sounds like. This is what Okoye sounds like. You don't have any real people to base their personalities on. All you have are the comics. If you don't read the comics, what you wind up doing then is replacing the comic book characters with people you actually know. That shouldn't even be the case if you know the comic book characters. If you know their stories. If they would have known the stories, they would have had a clear-cut direction after Endgame. I sat there, I watched Endgame, I heard ding, 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 after Tony Stark passed away. If I wanted to spin that story forward, I know how because I read the comics. No, Tony Stark would have been in the Iron Lung. He still would have been he still has the extremist virus in his system. I'm gonna spin that story forward. I'm not taking T'Challa off the board. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Black Panther 2 in a way that allows T'Challa to come to New York and run the Avengers. Because you need that, because that's what you promised the fans, the comic book fans, because they know that T'Challa and Carol Danvers have done that to a degree. They did it in the cartoon, Avengers Assemble. They both ran it as co-chair people. You didn't know the comics. You weren't even paying attention to the cartoon. So to your point, Soul Star, they don't know what they're doing because they don't read comics. Now, watch this. How many great story arcs, or at the very least, story arcs you found to be good? How many good story arcs have come out since then? Comic book story arcs since then that you've read. They're not like us. They're not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not, as in they not comic book fans. They have to have comic book knowledge. You're right. You gotta have it. Also happy to clock in. Appreciate you, man. We happy to have you. We happy to have, man. Listen, one nation under a groove, getting down just for the funk of it. That's how we look at it over here. So yeah, definitely happy to have you. Absolutely. Quality is dipped, but Iron Man, The Dark Knight, every comic book fan, watch this. Christopher Nolan, we could tell. Batman fan. Christian Bale, Batman fan. They wanted the authenticity of that character to shine through, and they nailed it. Nothing wrong. But now, if comic book fans can appreciate that from Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, what makes people think we don't know what a good movie is? If we can make allowances for how Christopher, because that really, Bane, no, it was the authenticity of the character that showed through. We liked it. Then nobody, we know Tom Hardy is not the size of Bane. Me and Tom Hardy are about the same height. But watch this. Didn't somebody say that he said when he's acting, he wants you to see the role and not the actor? So when Tom Hardy shows up at Bane, we like this. Okay, all right, you Bane. So yeah, they want to act like the comic book fan ain't got sense. No, we got sense. I'm gonna read this one more time. Quality is dipped, but Iron Man, The Dark Knight, perfection. Hell, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Portrayal was supreme. It's an origin story, but I love when they're closer to real life than cartoonish life. Respecting the source material. I'm finna do a deep dive into this character. And I don't want to forget Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker as well. Watch this. Once again, an iconic performance in and of itself. Wait, did Heath Ledger play that before what? Soul Star, there were other story arcs they could have went with. We could have, well, look. Yes, Jon Favreau, the Russo brothers, all them cats. Them cats knew what they was doing. I wouldn't even blame the agenda. X-Men 97 is proving you can do both. Ain't nobody said a thing about more for 2 months because the show is good. Now watch this. When I say agenda, it was because Bo just told the story. Folks thought Bo was going, and which is crazy. And I'm gonna say it just like this. Folks thought Bo was gonna push an agenda for quite a few reasons. One, it's the state of the comic book industry that we find ourselves in today. 2, he Black. 3, he identifies as a member of the LGBTQ plus. If I'm not mistaken, if I am, I do apologize. 4, he got an OnlyFans account, and that was everything that was put out there to degrade that dude, denigrate that dude, drag that dude to justify the fact that he was no longer the showrunner. When truth be told, he's a comic book fan. And what do we say over here when it comes to being comic book fan? You don't have to push an agenda if you're a comic book fan. It's right there. He didn't push no agenda. He just told the story. Donna's Superman still resonates. Yep. Raimi's Spider-Man still. Yep. Burton and Nolan. Yep. And Norton and Del Toro's Blade. Yep. It's folks still watch Blade, the Blade trilogy, to this day. Why is somebody still watching Blade? Shout out to Wesley Snipes. Thank you so much for reigniting, doing it for the culture, doing it for the comic book fan. Thank you so much for that. Shout out to Wesley Snipes with that. And Marvel, if you are gonna bring Wesley Snipes back to play a version of Blade, that's big of you. That's big. And my hat is off to you if that's what you're going to do. So yeah, you're absolutely right. They resonate because they good. Because they're good, absolutely. Everybody getting acquainted and waiting for the royal wedding. Boy, look, they're gonna have to. I know I ain't gonna get it. I'm hoping I get that again in my lifetime. And that's sad. That's sad to sit up here and say, well, damn, how long T'Challa and Aurora been a couple? What's gonna come first? Are they gonna get married and have a child? Or we gonna be or somebody else gonna be running the Rock with Me Nation? Because we saying a lot with that question. Don't you? Yeah. Got that, absolutely. Yeah. That was David Goya's fault for Blade Trinity, hot garbage. I still got it. And if anything else, I try and see the glass as being half full. I still got the brother that played Dracula from what the TV show that was a critically acclaimed, Escape, Breakout, whatever. But yeah, him. Got him and his homeboy on Legends of Tomorrow. So Dominique something, I think is his name. So at the very least, I got him. Them Doors was working with something, you heard me. They wasn't playing. And I ain't, honestly, I will go ahead and say this. I love the portrayal of the Dora Milaje on screen. I absolutely do. I think we've gotten it wrong sometimes when the Hattusadaze should have been around. And Theo be like, Theo, what do you mean? Well, y'all like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I like Florence Kasuma. I shouldn't have seen her in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Or I should have seen her in somebody else that was a male dressed in a white costume that resembled T'Challa's costume. That's what I should have seen when I'm looking at Black Panther 2. I like what the Doors were doing. I should have never seen them on the frigate. I actually should have seen them at the embassy, either A, standing on either side of Queen Mother Ramunda or sitting on either side of Queen Mother Ramunda. But I should have never seen them walking in the embassy on folks they had caught on the ground. No, that should have been the Hattusadaze. That said, I can appreciate everything I saw the Doors do. Absolutely. When the formula for superhero movies these days, Theo, great visual, graphics, super action sequences, outfit, storyline, plot, thumbs down, character development. That do seem like the order of priority, don't it? that seems like that's it. Well, the comic book fan has an idea where they can go at the very least to go get a decent story. It's at the comic book store. If I see Martha's Pearls fall, it's always in slow motion, ain't it? It's always in slow motion. You never see Martha get hit. You either see or hear the hammer popping. Bam, wait a minute. Oh man, daggone. So hold on. I'm gonna see if we can do this. Wait a minute. If this works, we're gonna be able to continue to live. If this don't work, I'm gonna have to peace out and I'm gonna have to come back to y'all. But that's okay, because my brother D Real coming to y'all later on this evening. What it is I didn't know if I was gonna be on here this long. Oh, wait. There's time. I didn't think I was gonna be on here this long, but we're here. Let's see. Flash, why they did Wesley like that? He looked so unhappy in Trinity. He did. He did. My dog looked unhappy. He did. The Komoyo King say, what are your thoughts on my above statement, Curie? You weren't wrong. You ain't say nothing wrong to me. They should have introduced Hank Pym at Age of Ultron. I was not feeling Stark and Banner. I know some Ant-Man fans feel the same way you feel. But they looking at Scott Lang like, they looking at Hope Van Dyne like, ain't nobody trying to check for the fact that the first version of Hope and Hank that they got old. And no, ain't nobody, don't nobody want that. I know Bill Foster fans upset about the fact, oh, the first version of Bill Foster you got, you gonna give me is him. Then you gonna give me the next time I get Bill Foster is in a cartoon, and you gonna try and placate me by giving me some action figure that ain't got no alternate head. What you just said. Flash by Night, it's a good Ryan Reynolds movie. I give it that. Gordy should have stuck to writing. Looks like CW-ish and worse now. I did like it though. Action. Triple H was in it. And Ryan Reynolds did low-key make that movie with the one punch, the one-liners he had. I like some of Trinity. I wanted to like the Flash so bad. Huge Barry Allen fan my whole life. I wasn't bummed with what I seen, but let's just say the Flash film did knock my socks and my hat off at the same time. What I will say is this. I read the comics first. I bought Flashpoint when it came out, the comic book. Before I knew who, before we knew who Ezra Miller was, I bought Flash. I bought the comic book. I keep my comics in me, but I bought the comic book. So when I'm looking at them talk about the movie, and I'm looking at all the previews, and I'm looking at the synopsis for, I'm like, that's not Flashpoint. No differently than that was not Secret Wars. So I don't know what I was looking for. Michael Keaton was in it. Okay, well, I like Michael Keaton. I like what he did with Batman. I like what Tim Burton did with Batman. This ain't his movie, though. You only got him in here thinking that that's going to be enough to draw me in as a comic book fan. It's not. And I like Michael Keaton away from Batman. I appreciate what he's done in his acting career aside from Batman. But even that wasn't enough to get me to invest in that movie. You got George Clooney in there. I know George Clooney then did more stuff than Batman. That's not enough. That wasn't enough. Comics, D. Steezel, I felt dude who played Dracula wasn't menacing enough. Forgot his name. Dominique something, but he's a good actor. He is a good actor. Dude from Prison Break, yeah. Dominique Purcell, yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Theo, what do you call it when you'll watch the superhero flick, but you won't move heaven and earth to check it out? It could be one of those things. It could be one of those things, RC, where that just ain't your hero. Here we go. And I use this prime example. So, because the question, what do you call it when you'll watch the superhero flick, but you won't move heaven and earth? Check it out. Ghost Rider. If it's on, if somebody got it over their house, mind you, I prefer the first one over the second. If it's on, I'll watch it, but I ain't moving heaven and earth to check Ghost Rider. Like him as a character. I think what it is that character has to be someone that's your favorite, one of your favorites. If that character ain't one of your favorites, I think that'll be when you like, if it's there, it's there. If it ain't, it ain't. So I think that's what it would fall into. At least for me. At least for me. Fully agree. Hank Pym should have been the prime character to be in that movie. The flow of the story would have been smoother, right? But here you go. You got Kevin Feige. He says he loves Ant-Man. Which one? And even there's nothing wrong if his favorite version of Ant-Man is Scott Lang. There's nothing wrong with that. But you would know if you check with the comic book fan not checking for him. You got to bring him in after Hank. You got to do at least 2 to 3 movies, some Disney Plus shows with Hank as the primary Ant-Man, where he hands watch this. He hands the mantle of Ant-Man off to Scott. You got I don't know how many Janet Van Dyne fans you got pissed off because she was actually been a leader of the Avengers. You totally undersold her character. But I'm just a comic book fan. The Hand of Fire, yeah. Flash, superhero ambivalence, yep. I didn't know who Dominique Purcell was until Heat Wave in the Flash show. Then I watched Trinity again. Man, go back and catch him in Prison Break. Go back and catch him in Prison Break. But he's good. He's good. And I think it says a lot. You know, first impressions. We probably didn't get the best impression of him if our first impression of him was in Blade movie. But Prison Break and Legends of Tomorrow, he got something. He got something, and I would love to see him in other stuff. I would. RC, I agree 100% on the Flash film. Facts on Hank, 100% one of the young Janet and Hank, absolutely. Question Theo B, did Marvel have ownership of all these characters when they started making the movies? The ones that they did. I know they didn't have Spider-Man, so they had to do that. Incredible Hulk, they cut a deal with Universal Studios and everything like that. But everybody else, which is Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Thor, Hawkeye, yeah, they had them. All the ones that hadn't been sold off to make money, they had those. And that's why I said it's disingenuous when people say, well, comic book fans want it. No. We understand the nuances of making adjustments. We do. But for the sake of just doing it, no, we're not understanding that. All the influencers and likes in the world are not going to influence the end result of their products if they are deemed defective. Watch this. For folks who don't understand what Gray is saying, super producer, you can be an influencer and you can be on Drake's side all day. I think Kamoyo said this earlier. You can do something about the hype. Can't do nothing about the outcome. You don't have no control over the outcome. You can hype up Drake just like I can hype up Kendrick and Drake as much as I want to. I ain't got no say so over how folks feel about that. You can want to hire as many people as you want to say that you're putting out a good product. They have no control over what the fan bases determine is a success or not. And we're telling you, as comic book fans, you need to start focusing on the comic book stories and how they relate to the comic book character as opposed to the real life stories that have little to anything to do with the fictional character, i.e. the comic book character. That's my 2 cents. Because I keep spending money on superheroes. I just don't spend it at the movie theater. And you want my money. I'm trying to tell you how to get it. Also, I still honestly like the Eric Bana portrayal of the Hulk better than Ed Norton. I do think Mark Ruffalo absolutely nailed his Hulk interpretation too, though. Because why 2 things? We say that over here a lot. 2 things can be true. Watch this. We don't even mind disagreeing with each other over here because it's an opinion. For the storytelling aspect, not talking about actor portrayal, I preferred the Incredible Hulk, the Hulk movie with Ed Norton in it because it was closer to the comic book adaptation than the one with Eric Bana in it. See, I put that story. I do like Mark Ruffalo. How old is Mark Ruffalo? keep it going. Was created the phrase, however, they corrupted the true purpose of the phrase. Yeah, we created the phrase. Yeah, got to get it back. And one way to get it back, though, is to watch how we use it and check folks when they use that. That's not woke. Huh? That's not woke. Yes, it is. No. Does the issue pertain to me? No, then it's not woke. Find another word. That ain't it. That to find another word. There's other words out there. That ain't it. It's a call. We go all the way back to school days. Shout out to Spike Lee. Go all the way back to school days. Lawrence Fishburne, Samuel L. Jackson. Round about the end of the movie. Lawrence Fishburne, shout out to Blues House. Lawrence Fishburne, he go to a bell. He's a college student, HBCU, ringing the bell. Wake up. How long ago was that? How long ago was that? Okay, well, who was talking like that back then, aside from us? Wake up is a call to action for Black people. Being woke is a call to action for Black people, and it's been that way since going back then. So all this nonsense where we just apply, I know woke sound cool as hell. Well, I safe to say, damn near everything we do sound cool as hell. The dances we do, cool as hell. The music we put out, cool as hell. The slang that we come up with, cool as hell. I get it. I understand it. Get your own. Get your own. Got a gate. Yeah. And you ain't even got to be mean and malicious when you say it. Like I said, I got a friend. Use the word incorrectly. Education. What my brother D Real say? Edutainment. Okay, well, let me. And he like, you know what? You're right. Didn't get mad. Didn't get in his feelings. Know why? We in the same age group. Know why? He know when that word came out, when it became popular. Know why? Us being in the same age group, not from the same, watch this, race, not being from the same ethnic group, we not. Being in the same age group as in both members of Generation X, oh, he know just what I know. He not stupid. He not dumb. Well, it's quite a few out there that would like to think we stupid, we dumb. No, they know what we know. They just saying stuff and you not checking them. Check them. Not me looking at Mike Tomlin every time a Steeler fan says they should move on. Well, I would never say that. And watch this. I don't even know why they talk like that. You want to do what? You want to lose this season. I think it's something to say when the brother ain't ever had a losing season. We can say what we want to. Watch this. You can say what you want to about Bill Belichick. He can't say that. You say what you want to about Andy Reid. Andy Reid can't say that. No, my dog say I'm not losing. Not one losing season. Not one. But you Black. And it's a whole bunch of stereotypes out there in regards to Black men, Black people in general, and their IQ level. And you ain't had not one losing season. Well, you didn't bet in 2 Super Bowls. You got one, but you ain't had no losing seasons. None. I don't know how anybody got a problem with that. I know we wanted to win. I know we will want them in the playoffs. I know we will want them to win some more Super Bowls. I get all of that. I get all of that. But he ain't losing. And if you understand football, you know the NFL. Well, hell, if you average, you really ain't getting no good draft picks. You not. And that's the cost of not losing. So yeah, I'm never complaining about him. Like also McCarthy lied about his resume day one. I ain't forget it. I don't know why y'all hired him anyway. He's the only head coach I know in my lifetime that for 2 seasons straight started a running back. I'm sorry, started a wide receiver at running back. That means for at least 3 drafts, he couldn't get that position right. Don't nobody say nothing to me. This was before the NFL started letting you do what you want to do with jersey numbers. No, there was a wide receiver for 2 seasons straight lined up starting at running back for the Green Bay Packers. And I was like, and he was all right. But you wasn't sitting up there talking about like that's what it was. He was okay. Like, and he started. I don't know how y'all hired him. Steve, if Christopher Lee or Bill Mike played Dracula. That's over that. No, man, you ain't never late. Always on time. You made it. I'm a glass half full. I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here. What's going on, Black Panther? What's going on? I'm not an MCU Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Comic versions are great. I've been anti-James Gunn. If his Superman is actually good, he only gets 50% prop from me because he mishandled Guardians of the Galaxy. As somebody who's not a Guardian of the Galaxy expert, I can't tell you that you're wrong. I know I do prefer the comic book adaptations, and I know I am working on assembling my Guardians of the Galaxy action figure team. So I can't tell you that you're wrong. And I think that's the thing. I think we have to learn to start appreciating fans that are experts of these characters and stop belittling, demeaning them. When someone like Gray makes Steezel makes a comment like that, that lets me know right then, because I'm not making no statement like that. I'm not making no statement like that. Why? Because I don't care like that. Well, if I know I don't care like that, what sense does it make for me to go back and forth with someone who does? Because if I don't care like that, and I know I don't care like that, then it's safe to say when it comes to the Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know what he knows. So I would not accept Junior. Ain't no. I told somebody the other day, and if we want to see Snowfall in Wakanda, if we want to see BMF in Wakanda, if we want to see P Valley in Wakanda, that says a lot about us as a people. Because we don't know how to unplug. That means what the experiment worked. That means we want to see love and hip hop in Wakanda. That means we want to see Black ink in Wakanda. That means we want to see Nakia be no different than any of the females that act like they ain't got no sense on Real Housewives of Atlanta. What we're saying is we want Sam Wilson, T'Challa, and James Rose to conduct themselves no differently than we see them brothers on Love and Hip Hop. That's what we're saying. That means that experiment worked. Low key, ain't that what Ryan Coogler gave you? Well, he's not Generation X. No, he would come from the generation that would see those shows and like those shows and think that that's what that is. That's all there is to us, and that's all we want to see. That's his generation. It's not mine. It's his generation. My generation, we see something wrong with a child being born out of wedlock. My generation, I feel some type of way. I understand that it didn't work out, but when it comes to my daughter, my youngest, biologically, and her mother, I don't feel good about the fact I'm good with the woman that I'm with, the woman that I'm married to, but it's not a good look on my resume for our daughter to be sitting out there and mom and dad not in the same damn house. I don't feel good about that as a man. That bothers me. We do a great job co-parenting, and that's the best we got for her. But the other vision, mom and dad in the same house, well, we don't even get co-parenting shown properly when it comes to our people in entertainment. We don't get the co-parenting. No, we get the baby mama drama. We get the baby daddy issues. And that's what he did in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, when he didn't have to, because of his life experiences, entertainment wise. So no, we're not accepting Junior. We're not. And watch this. You're getting a different conversation piece from Recast T'Challa if Nakia and T'Challa are married. Folks ask for plot holes. Show me where the plot holes are in Wakanda Forever. Well, if you could write that she had a child from him, why you couldn't have wrote that she married him? Plot hole. If you could write and say that he was passing away from an illness, why you couldn't name the illness? Plot hole. Comic book fan. Critical thinking person. With that said, James ain't as bad as Taka Waititi. I'm make sure I say the name right. That Superman looks like he got his ass whooped and he's calling it a night. He says, shh. He do look like it's been a long night though. Like my dog, like, bruh. He do look like he worn down. He do. Theo, the one Superman movie that's so strange, weird, partially good, but too odd at the same time is Brent. You're not wrong. In my opinion, because I saw that movie, you're not wrong. Let me read this real quick from RC Fresh. The one Superman movie that's so strange, weird, partially good, but too odd at the same time is Brandon Routh's Superman Returns. Should have been called Dilemma Returns, because that was the same Superman that Christopher Reeve played. It was. That was the same Superman. So you back now? And Lois with somebody else. And that's your son? First of all, I'm just amazed that the physiology matched up to the point where she could even produce this child. But so one more time. So you saying this is Christopher Reeve's Superman now being portrayed by Brandon Routh, who's coming back from outer space, his woman. Because I don't think they broke up. I don't think they broke up when Chris left. His woman they got with somebody else. It's safe to say she been intimate with him because he think that's him. No, that's not you. That's this other dude. You're right. You're right. You're right. The Suits films are chaos. You're right. RC, I always envisioned Ben Affleck when he played Batman saying behind the scenes while in Batman's garments, hey, Batman needs a Newport 100. Love all the love. Yeah, man, listen. What I be saying, bro, I be looking at people like, you show me a McDonald's, I'm going to show you a Burger King across the street. You show me a Wendy's, or you show me a Burger King and a Wendy's across the street from one another, I'm going to show you a Wendy's down the street. Bro, I'm I'm gonna always spread love because watch this. That's how we grow the community. So yeah, absolutely, bro. You got it. And Ben Affleck as Batman made me scream. because we went from Daredevil. But no, because Ben Affleck played. Well, I'm just gonna say he played George Reeves, who played Superman, who was Clark Kent. So I in my lifetime, I've seen Ben Affleck in more than one costume. That's all I'm saying. Man, somebody passed the collection plate. Yo, Komoyo King Christopher Lee is the best Dracula. Did you mean Bill? No, I don't think no. If I'm just gonna say, because I know Christopher Lee is older than us. That's the generation before us too. If you've never seen Chris, just go back. Lon Chaney as the werewolf is pretty good too. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, just go back and check those out. Panther and Carol led the Avengers in the last 2 runs. They not like us. They not like us. They see how he did that? Rock with me, nation. Just come on, just dropping knowledge. Christopher Lee in live action and Dracula, you always see in the Castlevania game, straight up menace. Low key, that's who that reminded me of. I ain't lying. When I saw the cover, that's the first thing came to my mind. I said, "Well, I gotta get that. I gotta get that." Reminded me of Chris. So yeah, live action Dominique Purcell of Prison Break. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I think he's an underrated actor. I would love to see him in some other stuff. I think he just needs a better script. Theo, is it just me or did Captain America get better each time they dropped a new one? Captain. I'm gonna read this. So we got this. Theo, is it just me or did Captain America get better each time they dropped a new one? Captain America 1 was fire. It was. The Winter Soldier, more fire. Absolutely. Civil War, real fire. As far as I'm concerned, no one can touch Chris Evans, who, by the way, was damn near about to have a panic attack playing a role of Captain America. Think about that for a second. He has so much respect for the character. Chris Evans is on record saying he was having a panic attack thinking about the role. Think about that for a second. I want us to think about that for a second. The dude has so much respect for the role, the character. From the comics, he didn't think he was going to be able to pull it off. To the point where comic book fans appreciate it. Let me just say this, Chris Evans, on behalf of all the comic book fans out there. I might not be speaking for all of them, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say you did a damn good job. And I'm going to go ahead and say you did your thing, Johnny Storm. You did your thing, Steve Rogers. You did not disappoint. The stories. So you got the actor who clearly understands the significance of the character. The actor understanding the significance of the character. Then you got great writing. I don't think there was anybody that's a comic book fan that could not tell the script was not influenced by the comic books for Captain America, the First Avenger. I don't think there's any comic book fan that could look at the script from Captain America, Winter Soldier and say that script wasn't heavily influenced by the comic books. Same thing with Captain America, Civil War. You got people paying attention to the comic books, and it shows. It absolutely shows. Great comment. Great comment. All the dope story arcs out there. Like, how do you struggle with Blade with the heel? Once again, to those who may or may not, to those who aren't buying comics, all you've been getting from the media, these major outlets, is that Marvel is being delayed. The Blade is being delayed. Blade got it. Go to the comic book store and buy the Blade trade paperback. If they've already made it a trade paperback, it's 10 issues. Go buy that. Brian Hill. It reads like a movie. You want you some Blade? See, this the thing. Comic book fans, we're not thirsty for Blade. You upset about Blade movie delays. We've been getting Blade for the past 10 months. About 28 pages every month. That's $3.99. Well, I ain't trying to be funny. I am. But if we bought 10 comics at $3.99 a piece, I'm slow. My math don't be mathing sometimes. Let me get here to the calculator. What I say, $3.99. Get this right here. 3.99. I said $3.99, right? Times 10. That's $39. That's 2 movie tickets. So in essence, watch this. In essence, I didn't already seen this movie twice. What superhero fatigue? Going back to it. Yes, RC. Moral of the story, don't even try to get someone to top Chris Evans' cap. Just my luck, though. We'll probably see Offset from the Migos as Captain America before all is said and done. I'm joking. I know. We definitely don't want to see that, but somebody's gonna come along and they're gonna play the role of Steve Rogers. This me being honest. I'm not looking for them to do what Chris Evans did. I'm looking at them to play the role of Steve Rogers, and I'm looking for them to get that role closer than not close. Not looking for them to do exactly what Chris Evans did. I think I'm careful about what I say. I love what he did, but Red Brown played Captain America. There was another actor that played Captain America. If I look at the script and everything that they had to do, no, I'm not saying that they did a better job than Chris Evans, but I can't say any of the writers did a better job than any of the writers we have right now in regards to Captain America. So Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, are they better than Nicholas Hammond? Excuse me. Are they better than Nicholas Hammond as Spider-Man? I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong if you say that. But is the script better than anything Nicholas Hammond had to work with back then? The special effects, is that better? So I'm not going to say somebody's not going to do as great of a job, as good of a job as Chris Evans. I'm not going to say someone is not going to do it better than Chris Evans. I'm going to say that what I'm looking for as a comic book fan is for somebody to come as close to Steve Rogers as possible. Because going back to what, and I'm going to mention his name, going back to what, I can't even remember his name right now. Damn. Going back to what he said, if the job is for me to see the character and not the actor, that's what I'm looking for. So, my no lie whatsoever there, man. Those were certified with each. Bro, look, come on now. As sure bread and milk is growth. Come on, we there. Sadly, that streak might end with the latest movie coming out with Sam as Cap. Too many rumors of the test screenings being absolute trash. Hate see. This movie didn't have to be that, and this movie has things attached to it that it should, that are interfering with the movie's perception. First of all, underselling how folks feel about Anthony Mackie in his statement in regards to only Chadwick Boseman can play T'Challa. That statement doesn't age well when you're in a movie with Harrison Ford, who is replacing William Hurt, who passed away, as Chadwick Boseman passed away. So now you look like a hypocrite. And it's people like me, regardless of who those people are, that know that. And while somebody put a microphone in your face to ask you how, and your character has nothing to do with Black Panther. Why no? The only thing you got in similar to Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, is your skin complexion. That's it. Race, identity, gender identity, ethnic. That's it. But the same people who asked him to comment about T'Challa, they didn't ask him to comment about Thunderbolt Ross. The same people who asked him to speak about Chadwick Boseman's portrayal as T'Challa didn't ask him to speak about William Hurt's portrayal as Thunderbolt Ross. The same folks who gave him a platform to speak on Chadwick Boseman's replacement as T'Challa never asked him anything about how he felt about William Hurt's replacement, right? Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. Ain't nobody asking, ain't nobody checking. So I don't, because of those things that are out there surrounding that movie. Also, you do have folks that feel some type of way because in the comics, who picked it up first? If I'm not mistaken, it was Bucky. So you got some people feeling some type of way, rightfully so, wrongfully so. This movie got all that to deal with when it didn't have to. That's the other thing. This movie ain't got to deal with none of that if it do it right. RC, the story has to come first. You can have all the bells and whistles, but folks will figure it out. Yeah, at some point they will. If they wasn't sure what was coming down the pipe after Endgame, they should have told Thanos not to go. He said, hey, bro, don't go that hard. Don't go that hard. Come on, your King 100. I would call it hot trash. I would call it not that interesting. I do think that a lot. Yeah. The Endgame ending made no sense as painted. As it painted them into a corner. If you pivoted to street and level hero stories for a time, you would have saved yourself the drama. I don't look at Endgame as painting them into a corner. I don't. I look at not having a clear course direction, because if we're comic book fans, well, hell, Crisis on Infinite Earth. We read that comic book. Clark on the cover, he holding car and everything like that. We read the death of Superman, where everybody showed up and they was paying their respects, but they knew where they were headed after that. In each instance, when a hero passed away, they knew the direction they were going. Marvel never did. But the reason why they knew where they were headed in the comics, because they read them comics. Comic book company. The comic book company knew the direction the comic book company was headed. Shout out to Ernie, Blurred Without Fear. When people speak about Jed McKay, what he got going on with the Avengers, he like, don't think these stories get written right now. No, they already passed Blood Hunt. If we're looking at this story right here, they passed the writer, us as comic book fans, we getting it. But the writer is past Blood Hunt. The writer then moved on to the next story arc. So they know what they're doing. It's the studio that's based off of comic book characters who then went on record saying they not checking. Nobody should be surprised. We should. They keep telling us we keep looking for something else. With Michael Keaton reprising, they really tried it because they thought that was gonna be the end all sale. You better write that script right. Timothy Burton had a great script with Michael Keaton. You can't give us Michael Keaton in a half-ass script. You just giving Michael Keaton a paycheck. And I ain't watched it. If I'm Michael Keaton, he got his resume. He can just go get that paycheck. Because he can say, well, my fault. That was the nostalgic part. Marvel is doing that with Deadpool. I was skeptical watching both Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot films, Grand Manotaro, and Theo. I often wonder what would have made a beeline of those two films if it wasn't for Gal Gadot. I'm just saying. The first movie was good. And that's why when folks be want to say recast T'Challa of men that be talking, no. The first movie was good. We went to go see that movie. We was checking for that movie. And what comic book fan you heard say anything bad about the first Wonder Woman movie? The second one, I don't know why Steve Trevor was there. I don't know why Maxwell Lord was there. I don't. And that movie made no sense to no comic book fan. It didn't. For the reasons I just said. We don't know why Maxwell Lord was there. And we don't know why Steve Trevor was there. We don't. We don't. The movie didn't perform well. See how that go? So yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. MCU Steve Rogers, my favorite, is that in that universe, mostly comic accurate. I think it's safe to say, I think it's safe to say beyond a shadow of a doubt, I enjoyed the Captain America movies. I think it's safe to say, and I think it's safe to say I probably enjoyed one more so than I did the rest. I think it's safe to say that. I think it's safe to say. I think it's safe to say I enjoyed the Captain America films. I think it's safe to say. I could be wrong, but I think it's safe to say I enjoyed one Captain America movie more than I did the rest as a comic book fan. I think it's safe to say. Safe to say. Good one. Good call on that one, D. Steezer. Good call on that one. You are correct. School day. Yep, from school. Yeah, right there. School day. Warner Brothers has no excuse. They don't. They don't. They don't. They know that Big Five stands for printing money as much as that bat. That's printed money. Should be anyway. Should be. And sleeping on the Green Lantern Corps. I don't know why we ain't got that movie yet. I know, but I don't. The Green Lantern Corps, the Green Lantern Corps. It should be an easy win-win. I don't know why. I don't know why. The D gets no respect despite having so many fans. That right there. Wait, I'm gonna do this. Because I'm sitting up here like this. Y'all need to know this why I low key, I pulled back. I written the script. Blackest Night. Okay, that one. That one. So yeah, Blackest Night 3, 4, and 5. The whole series. I was gonna go slap straight through it. Well, y'all done already seen the Green Lantern range, right? Okay, so yeah. Nope. Jeff Johns. I don't Green Lantern Corps. You say Jeff Johns is the executive producer, and you let him go do what he gonna do. That's a win. Credit money. You're right. You're right, Soul Star. You're right. What if Mike Tomlin lied on his resume? I don't think nobody cared at this point. If he lied on his resume, it was to get the job. I don't, because I don't know how to feel bad about not having a losing record. Like I don't know how to feel bad about that. Man, where's my GL movie coming? Fan fiction. First, we got to get a acceptable Green Lantern actor. Todd McFarlane got the. Never mind. I ain't gonna do that. Gunn played himself, not you. Yeah, he did. That's what happens when you want to be the star. Watch this. Bad Boys. Good, right? I'm talking about the record label. Carl Thomas. 112. Total. Big. Shine. Mace. You a fan. You good. What happened? The dude that run the record label want to be the star. Oh, now we getting interviews. We ain't talking to the folks that make the music. No, we talking to the executive. We ain't talking to the people that's actually performing at the concert. No. We talking to the dude that they answer to. Well, no disrespect. I don't want to hear from you. It become a problem in all walks of life when the person behind the camera all of a sudden want to be the star. That's not your calling. If it was, you do it and be successful at it. You're not successful at it. You don't want to do what it takes to be successful at it. That's what wind up happening. Or GL TV series. I had Green Lantern, the animated series, for one season, and they took it off. I thought I had me something. Nope. Keep getting disappointed. Theo trying to interject a Kendrick Lamar comedy moment. Kendrick to Drake. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. We don't. I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear you say woke no more. Am I wrong? I don't want to hear you say woke no more. You gonna say it's not right, but I'm like, you're not gonna use it right. And why you can't get your own word? You gonna say you disagree with it. Well, you can disagree with the fact that it's raining outside. Don't mean it ain't raining outside. We don't want to hear you use the word woke no more. Let's see here. Komodo King will be lucky to get even that if the new Superman film does good. But I'd like to see a proper GL movie done right with it. You're not wrong. Not wrong. Aubrey got annihilated to end back to our regularly scheduled programming. Last week on Darkwing Duck. I like it. Soul Star winner GL Intergalactic. Oh. Can you just give me the Sinestro Corps War? Just give me the Sinestro Cold War. Just give me that. I read it. It was nice. Oh, just you see what you just said? Intergalactic. That's the Sinestro Cold War. Give me that one. I got Mogo. I got a giant city. That's a Sinestro core member. I got John Stewart taking out somebody from galaxies away. Give me that. And it ain't even got to be live action. Now you talk about thirsty. You talk about thirsty. Oh, I'm thirsty for that. Blackest Night and the Sinestro Cold War. Oh, I'm real thirsty. I'm real thirsty. Hey, I don't know what you got going on over there. I don't even want to see that live action, to be perfectly honest with you, because I think you could do more. Oh my God. You just did Crisis on Infinite Earth 3-parter. You want to do some streaming numbers? You want to do some streaming numbers? DC, I'm talking to you. Because Marvel don't hear me. They not paying attention to the Rock With Me Nation. You want to do some streaming numbers? Your platform. You want to get you some numbers? You can't lose. You can't. And I'm saying do this, knock it out the park. You're going to have to spend some change because we got 2 different animation departments doing this. Give us an animated series. Blackest Night. It's going to have to, watch this, adult content. Yeah, because there's some people taking dirt naps in that one. Give us a Blackest Night animated series and give us a Sinestro Core War series and watch your streaming numbers go through the roof. I'm so confident with what I just said. I'm gonna just catch up on all the notes. I'm just gonna go all the way down to the bottom. See what I see? Your streaming numbers going through the roof. And everybody and their mama reviewing. Everybody and their mama reviewing. You can't go wrong. When I say everybody and their mama reviewing it, I mean everybody reviewing it, breaking it down, giving Easter eggs, pulling out the old comic book series. Hell, I'm tempted to go to the comic book store today and go get the help because I lost it. I got the whole Blackest Night. And when I say I got the whole Blackest Night, I got the entire Blackest Night run. Boy, that's printed money. You see that's a lot of content. That's a lot of content. You ain't gotta listen to me though. Or you could. Because I heard y'all wanna overtake Marvel. That's easy money. That's easy money. They won't do it because that would make sense. We say, damn, yeah. That's easy money. Darkest Night. I'm sorry. Blackest Night. Sinestro Cold War. Animated series. I'm gonna keep up with the notes. You think you can think folks like me that don't read comics don't know what we talking about? No, we do. We do. Blackest Night alone would get eyes and asses in seats. Imagine a trailer. I would just do an animation because I think it would be cheaper, more. Just think of the trailer. That's it. Just think of the trailer. Blackest Night, Sinestro Corps. Think of the very first trailer you would get, and you'd be like, oh Lord Jesus. Oh, I can't. Oh, because think about how you felt with Crisis on Infinite Earth when you saw Amazing Man standing right there. Now, that's how you felt with Amazing Man, and you ain't even really get that much of him. How would you, boy, look. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. You might want to hire somebody like us, as in a comic book fan. Damn, Boxton. Damn, those Boxton boarded. No, no, I got to do better about that. Man, respect to Theo for having the physical copy. Oh, man, listen. I like to read. Watch this. That's my escapism. But yeah, man, we in it like that. That's like people like, man, they don't read. That's a lie. Fasto said, keep it up. EA will be shilling his ass. Man, listen. Emergency Awesome is on the TJ train again in his video. And they can listen to him. But what, as y'all have said, he can determine the hype. He can't determine the outcome. He can't determine the outcome. He can't. He can tell Marvel that folks checking for TJ. He can. Well, they should already know folks not checking for TJ just based off of how the second movie did alone. If he really now it behooves him as a content provider to not only hype up the movie, but for the movie to be successful, because that's more money in his pocket. But he not checking for Black like that. He checking for Emergency also. What benefits him don't benefit you. His cares and concerns are not necessarily your cares and concerns. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. And your cares and concerns as a Black Panther fan, as a Black person, are not his. They don't have to be. I'm not saying he's wrong for them not being. We just have to understand what it is when we see it. Yeah, he wants you to go see the movie. He's not gonna tell you that it's wrong. He would be the one to tell you that Chadwick Boseman died on May 4th, 2024. That's what he would tell you. I would be the one to tell you, no, that's not when he passed away. And T'Challa does not have a data transition. T'Challa don't have a data transition. Chadwick Boseman has one, but it ain't May. It ain't the 4th, and it ain't 2024. And if I'm talking Chadwick Boseman, I'm gonna keep it centered on his life, his day, what he's done as a man, the day he was born, the day he transitioned. I'm not tying him into that. I got them 3 massive Jeff Johns. Man, listen, he did his thing. He did his thing. Black Panther, X-Men cartoon cameo, Fantastic Four cartoon. I would rather see him show up as we have in older cartoons than see him show up in a newer cartoon, because I don't trust the movie company that owns the IP. I don't trust that I don't trust them doing right by the character. So I don't want to see him in an X-Men cartoon, because that would be a new cartoon. I don't want to see that. That's just me though. I don't want to see that because I don't trust them. They've done enough damage with that character and the fan base I don't want to see that anymore. I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger lost the role in 1990 for Captain America because his accent. He was like, I can't even do it. But he should know. No. You know what that would have been like? That would have been like them old Conan movies where we saw Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it was a voice actor talking. Nobody want to see that. See it, hear it, watch it. Nobody want to see that. Let's see, Captain America. I got Captain America one, so Captain America, First Avenger. All these damn letters. Captain America, the First Avenger is underrated in your opinion. I liked it. I did. I gave it 2 thumbs up because I was like, ooh, I don't know how y'all finna do this. They did it. They did it. So I'm right there with you. I was 20 when I saw T'Challa on TV roughly. Damn, we was young. Damn. He went back. Theo with the blue sheet. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna say I don't like Captain America. I'm not gonna say they ain't do right by them films. Like I said, I just did. I'm transparent with mine. I'm gonna tell on myself all day long. I can't even get the lie right. I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman movie, but didn't understand why she let the female villain go. Didn't arrest her or knock her out of anything. You're not wrong for seeing that either. You're not wrong for calling. Watch it. You're not wrong for calling that out, especially if you know Wonder Woman like you know Wonder Woman. See how that go? You're not wrong for calling that out. Now, anybody that challenged you on that, they're not really a Wonder Woman fan. Shout out to Student of the Game podcast and everything. That's one of my fellow brothers and everything, making it do what it do. Man, appreciate y'all for putting up. Thank y'all so much. I ain't gonna stay long because my stomach growling right now. Let me see here. Steve will say no to fart clouds. We don't want it for our Galactus, and we don't want it for our no. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. I see what you talking about now. I see what you talking about. I ain't that whole damn. That's Galactus. It look like no Galactus I ever seen, and that's Parallax. And that, that's crazy, because I'm a Green Lantern fan, comic book fan, and I've seen Parallax as Hal Jordan, and I've seen Parallax as the entity in and of itself. Now I don't know where Hector Hammond come in this equation. I don't know what the hell this movie got to do with Hector Hammond. I don't even know why that's the villain we went with. But I don't know who in the hell is this, because that's not Parallax. But we be up on it. We be up on it. Man, respect the deal of physical copy. Listen, try to make it do what it do. Listen, I'm out. What time is it? It's 6:50, 7 o'clock. My brother D Real is coming to us later on tonight with D Real. 9:30. Make sure you got your notifications on and everything like that. Also, we will be coming to y'all tomorrow, just vibes and everything. Make it do what it do. Thank y'all so much. This has been a blast. Hopefully what we got from this is it's not superhero fatigue. We're going to spin the block on it. It's not superhero fatigue. Actually, if I wanted to call it for what it was, it's bad movie fatigue. It just happens to be bad movies coming out that feature superheroes. That's what it is. Bad movie fatigue. Superhero fatigues. Kevin, James, we spend money on these superheroes damn near every week. Any comic book fan that you talk to spends anywhere upwards of $50 to $200 to $300 on superheroes every damn month. Whether we talking action figures, whether we talking comic books, whether we talking clothes, whether we talking any other type of merchandise, folks are steadily spending money on superheroes. They, us, we just aren't spending money on your sorry ass movies. That's what the truth is. You want us to come back to the movie theater? First, you need to identify the problem for what it is. Your movies suck. You identify the problem, then you'll be able to solve the problem. Identify for X, then solve for X. It's 2024. We're headed into 2025. Your math still ain't mathing. You still ain't solved for X. correctly. Thus, you're going to keep getting what you get. Listen, click, like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much, Soul Star. If you like the chat, the video, the channel, this is a safe haven. Black Panther comic book fans in general, comic book, I want to stress that, comic book fans, it's a safe space. This is what we talk about. We're not going to always agree. We don't have to. One of the things about being an adult is being mature enough to being able to agree to disagree and walk away. But it's always about growing and sharing the knowledge of these comic book characters. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, that's my brother Kamoyo and everything. He's also the Black Panther fan group, BPFG. You catch him over there on Twitter, Council of Wakanda. If y'all don't know by now, that is my second Twitter page aside from IS. My brother D Real. Y'all got him over there, Be Real with D Real. If you love tarot reading, you like that. Grand Madam Tarot does do her tarot reading. And we got my brother in here, T-Verse. We got him in here. We got my other brother from Marvel. Yeah, we make it do what it do over here. And we don't mind, watch this, hyping each other up. We don't. So click, like, share, subscribe. I ain't saying just say, oh, before I go, Generation X, generation older, generation younger, whatever, want to be able to talk to you, not about you. So make sure you take care of yourself. Want to be able to talk to you, not about you. I ain't saying, just saying.